Hey everyone, happy Thursday. Guys, I am so tired. So tired today. I'm dragging. So I thought I would go live. Hopefully, some people will show up in the chat and give me someone to talk to and keep me awake. And even after this, I may go lie down for a while. I typically take a nap between 2 and 3 o'clock every single day. Um, it's been a long day. Hold on just a second. Let me turn my audio off for just a second. Okay. I have been listing swimsuits all morning. I got up at the crack of dawn to interview someone in Canada. I think it was dark when I got up this morning, actually. After the interview, I came in here and shipped out my sales that I had overnight. Then I got my sales ready for tomorrow morning. And I don't think I ate breakfast till like 11 o'clock. It's been one of those days. So, guys, keep me awake, please. Hey, Glenn, how are you? What are you doing? Are you at work right now? I will put the link in the chat in case anybody wants to come in and keep me company. And when we get a few people in here, I have a couple of questions for you. I'm so tired that I just replied to someone. She left me a positive feedback, but she said something that kind of pissed me off. And I guess because I'm so tired, I decided to contact her, which was stupid. Now I'm thinking, God, why did I do that? Why didn't I just leave that positive feedback alone? But when I do something correctly, I want people to know about it. I disclosed this in the listing, and I just wanted her to know that she was told that before she purchased this item. So I don't know. It may come bite to bite me. She can go ahead and change it to negative. I don't think so, because I said thank you so much for your understanding. So I didn't say it in a mean way, but I just let her know, I disclosed it. So you're at work. Well, it's nice that you get to listen while you work. I do that as well. I might put my little headset in when I'm at work. If I'm not doing bookkeeping, if I'm doing bookkeeping, I cannot listen to a live stream at all because I will make mistakes. So I probably won't get a lot done today just because I'll be chatting with people, but that's okay. Anything is better than nothing, better than going in there and taking a nap. I just don't know. I actually took clothes to bed with me last night to draft because it's just one of those weeks. I'm trying to get caught up from when we had the tornado. I'm trying to get my listings back up. So, hey Glenn, how are sales right now? If you can answer me. My sales are 35% down from last month, but I'm not going to worry about that because last month was my best month ever on eBay. And I don't think in the summer I would be able to top that anyway. So I'm not really worried about that number. I just know how much I really want to shoot for every day, which is $150 gross or more. And I'm averaging that now. Okay. It's telling me I need to set my promotions. So let's go ahead and go over here. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys, if I haven't shown you this already, how I set my promoted listings, because I've been doing it a little bit differently this week because I see that the suggested promoted listing for appliances has gone up, and I'm not so sure if that's correct or not. It used to be 8% was most of the appliance parts, but now they're going up to like 11%. So let's go ahead and do the clothing first. I do 2 promoted listings usually, but I'm going to see first what it's going to show me on the appliances. So I click that off and click clothing, and then I go down here and I do the max I will pay is 13%, and I will go 2% above and max out at 13% on clothing only. and I was doing 10% on appliance parts because they were coming out at 8% for the most part. But I think yesterday I upped it to like 12. So let's just see what they're suggesting today. I mean, this could be all a farce. This could be all lies. You never know, right? Where did it go? Hey, Rita, are you at work as well? Okay, so let's just take a look and see what the appliance parts are supposedly trending at today. I just noticed this the other day that they had gone up. See, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. There's a 9.6. It seems like it's 11. So there's a couple of 9s, 12. But before now, it used to be 8. I hope that's not the office. So I'm going to do 12% on appliances right now. But I haven't been selling appliances hardly at all. They're just not selling. I don't know why. They were selling so much at the beginning and now they're not. But you're here Tuesday through Saturday. Are you still liking it, Rita? I hope so. Okay, right now I am listing this beautiful Liz and Me tank top that's beaded. It could be worn in the office or casually. Paid $1 for this one. So that's what I'm going to do right now. How many people? We have 5 people here. Okay, so my question to you guys is, where is this? Oh, this is a Liz and Me. I said Lane Bryant. Let me take this off for a second. My question for you guys is, if you get a negative feedback and you go into the feedback and you reply to that feedback, does anyone know if the buyer gets a message saying that you replied to the feedback? I mean, I'm sure it says that somewhere. I just don't want to take the time to look it up. I'm very, very curious. I'm very, very curious. Glenn, it's saying you're not connected. So I can't add you until you connect, but I see you there working on it. Does anybody know? Because I went through, I have 3 negative feedbacks, I think, for the year. One is 12 months old. It should be rolling off. And I wanted to, Glenn? Hey, Glenn?
Might not have any sound. I'm not sure how good my sound is on my cam.
Yeah, you're kind of muffled, but I can understand you.
Right. Somebody's going to listen to you.
Do you know if when you reply to a feedback, if the buyer gets a message saying that you replied to it? Off the top of your head?
Oh, it's like a reply back to let them know that they got it.
No, when they give you a negative feedback and you want to reply on the feedback page to plead your case or whatever, to let other buyers know that you did your part, did they get a message saying that you replied on the feedback page? Do you know?
I'm not sure, but I think you can reply back on your feedbacks now, can't you? On
Yeah,
eBay?
you can reply. If you reply, you can't get it removed.
Right. I'm not sure
And so
exactly.
I had 3 negative feedbacks this past in the last 12 months, and I went back yesterday and I replied to I think 2 of them because I wanted everybody to know that, hey, I asked them to return it, they refused to return it, you know. And I was just wondering if they're told that I replied. I'm sure there's somewhere on eBay that will tell me that, because I want them to see how I replied. But I don't know. It's
Yeah, no,
cool.
I had a
You
couple
like
good
it?
feedbacks this week,
What?
I had a couple good feedbacks this week,
Yeah.
wise, but a lot of time being my bike stuff, not my personal stuff. I sell a lot of high dollar items. I'm talking about $300-$500 items. So a lot of time if they don't understand it, because you get somebody doesn't really know what they're buying, I'll call them and say, hey, do you realize what you're getting? and then they didn't read the script. Oh, thanks for telling me that. I can make it work. And one guy actually put it in there, best eBay person. He actually called me and talked to me, let me know what I was buying and all that, and left me good feedback and do business again with them. I know it's kind of a no-no not to call people, but I'm not gonna call a person back about a coffee cup, but it's $500, $600 cylinder. You need to know what he's getting.
Yeah.
I don't want him to get it and say, "Oh, it doesn't work." Because a lot of
I did
items.
something stupid a few minutes ago, I think. I I got a feedback. It was a positive feedback. I should have left it alone, but it really bothered me. And plus, I'm so tired, guys. I'm so freaking tired. That she said that it was a great pair of pants, but that they arrived extremely wrinkled. And in my listing, I have a blurb that says item may arrive wrinkled, because it wrinkles during shipment and storage. And she put that it was extremely wrinkled. And so I contacted her, I messaged her, and I took a screenshot of that in my listing. This was in my listing, and I'm really sorry you were unhappy. And I also said, I guess we assume that buyers wash the clothes before they wear them, and I'm really sorry. And I said, this pair of pants was stored with 4,000 other items, and they're sealed, and unfortunately I can't take them out and steam them before I send them, and I hope you understand. And now she could get pissed and send me a negative feedback, change it to negative. I don't think she will, but normally I don't let things like that bother me. I'm so tired right now. I think I'm getting a sinus infection, and I'm just like done with it right now. I don't know. I have a friend that bought a blazer from eBay, and she told me that she was very disappointed because it arrived wrinkled. And I'm thinking, are you not going to wash this thing like before you put it on? Like, I thought everybody did that. I don't know. I do. I don't just take it straight out of the bag and wear it, but maybe some people do. I'm glad you could join me today, Glenn. It's been a long time since I've seen your face.
You're welcome. Yeah, I'm working on a few orders.
Usually you get a sale during the show, so I guess we need to send out some juju for you. Well, let's see what she said.
Maybe about 30 minutes ago. I sold this.
Oh, nice.
The rear sprocket. I got thousands of these.
Wow.
I've already got it boxed up, packed up. I got it in there, but this is my set. I got like 3 of them.
Rita says, I had a neutral. They said, how can I write something I do not have? Well, it was still in transit, so I have no clue why. She gave me feedback, and she got the dress the next day. I asked for a revision, but never got it or a reply back from her.
Yeah, I got a neutral I need to get off.
That is an issue right now with the post office. My things are not getting there on time, and they're being shipped on time. So, our postal service is still recovering from the storm, and I understand, but that's a post office issue, Rita.
Yeah, I got a neutral because. Go ahead.
Not you.
Sorry. I got a neutral because of the way eBay took. I guess if you're buying it from overseas, and it's having all kind of run around and all that, and couldn't buy it. So I don't make the rules on the certain items made and all that. And so I made a special listing for the guy actually. It was 2 items, but I went out and had singles of both of them. And he wound up buying it maybe like a couple of weeks ago, and actually, I guess he finally got it and all that. And he left me good feedback on this one. Bent over backwards, this and that. Did everything he could and all that, and he finally got one in stock.
Yeah, luckily a neutral doesn't affect your store.
Yeah, and this is overseas too. What I'm talking about too. He was trying to buy it from Switzerland or somewhere like that, or Australia. All that. So you ordered it again, like 4 months later or whatever, or 3 months later, and he finally got it.
Mm.
I actually got another overseas on the floor right now. I'm waiting for the guy to reply back.
All right, well, let's send out some JJ. Maybe Glenn will get a sale. That was for everyone, but specifically Glenn, because like I said, he typically gets a sale during the show.
Yeah, let me see if I can turn it. Let's show you. Like that sprocket I showed you. You see that shelving? That's about over 10 feet long, about 6 feet high. That's all sprockets from top to bottom. Right there.
You got quite a setup in there.
All right. Okay, that's counter shaft sprockets way in the back there. Right there, all that's counter shaft sprockets, front sprockets there. Probably about 500 plus. I've been in this location since 1982.
Hi, Bumcrack. I know you're here. Come out of the woodwork, Bumcrack. I know you're here. He always thinks he's being so sly and not saying anything.
Yeah, most of the time I see him in the morning shows. You can't tell him good morning because it's afternoon. So if I see him after like 9 o'clock at night on his show, hey, it's good morning over there. Because it is morning whenever it's 9 o'clock over here.
I swear that guy never sleeps.
He doesn't. I've seen him in shows before, like from morning to night. I'm going, man, he don't sleep. You never seen his face before ever. So
no. I work with him sometimes in Summer's Hangout, so I do know his voice, but
he's talked before, so you heard his voice?
Understanding him because of the words, because I don't know a lot of British words, and he has to explain them to me. What he's saying. I love to listen to him talk though, and he's always having tea.
Tea and crumpets.
I don't know about the crumpets, but I know he's had scones before.
Right. I like scones. That's pretty good. My aunt makes them really good. I like them. Puts ham and cheese in them. Really good.
I have a Poshmark silent auction starting in about 45 minutes.
Oh, you do it live? You get up there and show you stuff?
No. I have an app that does it for me. I don't even have to attend. I can do it at night when I'm
silent one? I know they got like the silent one.
It's a silent one, yeah. No, I have no desire to stand up and show my things because it's not logical for me because my things are sealed in plastic. So I would have to take them out of the bags, hold them up in hopes that they would sell, and then put them back in the bags and make new labels. So I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I get there a lot of times when people do their share codes.
I think you have to have them listed on Poshmark in order to do live auctions. So that's not going to work for me. That's why when I sold on YouTube, I would sell things that weren't listed yet. That was easy. They weren't even listed yet.
a lot of time I'll get on somebody's share show and you can listen, let up share 2 items and they'll talk it up for you and all that.
Well, I'm trying something new this week because I was doing $10 starting prices. But what that was doing was I wasn't able to put, the more expensive items up for auction because I wasn't going to take $10 for them. Well, now I'm doing percentage. I'm doing a percentage off, and so now I can put anything up there, and I'm going to try that and see. I know that's how Crystal does it. She does a percentage, so I'm going to see if that works. So far, no sales, but I've had sales after the auction, so.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think Poshmark is still clothing, and I tell them no. You can put games, pretty much anything you want, board games,
Yeah,
anything.
I used to sell blankets on there. Rita, look at this. If you're still there, look at this pucker up camisole. It is a large. It's a 3X Joe Boxer. Isn't that cute? Uh, Joe Boxer's a cute. I mean, I don't get much for it, but it's Joe Boxer. Very popular in my store. I don't even know where you. I don't know if you buy that at Walmart or what. It's a really cheap brand, but always sells. Let me see if I can put my banner down there in case anybody new comes in. Let me know if you make a sale during the show. Also, need to announce that our Tag Talk got canceled on Monday night, but we have rescheduled it for June 10th at 8 p.m. Central. Maggie and I are going to be talking about clothing and media photography. So hopefully you guys can join us for that or watch on replay. And Maggie is still on baby watch. So we're sending good thoughts to Maggie. And then let me know if you make a sale during the show. I only have a few people in here, but they're important people. Bright color. I know it's a bright color. Let me see. If I put Bumcrack's name in there, will he show up? If he's here, it should show up. If he's lurking. No, he's not showing up. Interesting. He's not here.
Well, that's why it's so
Usually comes in here and tells me hello at the very end.
Yeah, I was doing an order or whatever. It's like a 15, 13, and I put 12 by mistake, and it's only like $25 when it should have been an inch.
Oh, what the heck?
That's a lot better, less than $9.
Well, you can tell I'm tired of making lots of mistakes. Well, hey, Joanne. Did you say you wanted to come on with me, Joanne? Or did you say this morning, did you say that you were just going to watch? I may have misunderstood. If you want to come on with Glenn and I, let me know and I'll put the link in. Well, hey, Back Road Bitter. Chuck, how are you? Do you know him, Glenn?
I know the name.
Yeah? Good to see you here. I think this might be your first time. Yeah, we're just hanging out and trying to keep me awake. That's my main purpose right now. I just want to stay awake for another hour. I'll probably lie down for a while because my eyes are stinging so bad, and I don't think I'm going to work tonight. Sometimes I will measure clothes, but tonight I think I'm going to take a break and just chill because tomorrow I have to go to the office, and I always get real anxious before I have to go to the office. So, not that I have that complicated of a job, but just ever since COVID, Glenn, I haven't wanted to go anywhere. Like, I don't want to be around people much, and I don't want to deal with people in person ever since COVID. I just got so used to working from home. I worked at home probably continuously for about a year and a half. And I just got used to being home, and you know, I just never could get over it. The anxiety. So, Joanne, I see you commented. I'll get back to that in just a second. First time here. I've seen you both around. Well, great to have you here. Come back one more time, and I'll give you a wrench. Okay, Chuck? That's just kind of my. I'm just going to hang out in the background doing some pictures, so we'll be moving around. Okay, that's cool. How are you feeling, Joanne?
The back road bidder must know who I am because he spelt my name right.
Yeah, he must know who you are.
You know, because I spell it with an E, or
But you don't even have that up there on your.
they'll say swamp picker, you know. So
Well, that's why you know Craig a lot of times. It took me years to get you and Craig straight. I have
well,
no
if you
idea.
notice, he started saying hashtag not Craig, and I go hashtag not Glenn. You know, it's kind of a joke, you know.
I got y'all two mixed up, and I got DuPage Picker and my crazy card mixed up all the time,
You're
and they're
not the only.
nothing alike. They're absolutely nothing alike. But it seemed like they always came into my chat at the same time.
Yeah,
And now
you're not the only
you
one.
and Craig both have Picker in your name, which could
Yeah,
be one of the reasons. But it took me forever um, to actually work with you guys, like face to face. When I could
right.
put a face with the name, then I got it.
Yeah, you're not the only one that got us mixed up. I mean, you know, probably
Really?
about 10 people at least. That's why he, you know, like you said, if you ever notice in the chat, if he's in there, you say hashtag not Craig, and I'll say hashtag not Glenn. You know, like,
Yeah.
hey, Glenn. Well, we actually met. I was about 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. I had to go drop a bike off in
Really?
Alabama and all that. And I, you know, called him and said, "Hey, where's some good stores to go to?" Well, I'm off that day. Just call me in the morning. So we probably hit 5 thrift stores, but went and ate lunch and all that. And
Oh,
about 2 o'clock.
nice.
But never did find nothing. We went through about 4
Hmm.
stores, but he found one part for 99 cents, whatever, and sold it for like $109. A little sewing mechanism.
Wow. Yeah, he's awesome at that picking. Um, I met Tom last year, and Queen City Picker, and
Right.
I met Junk Girl Patty, and so this year I'm meeting Maggie for the first time. I've met Valerie before because we're all going to
Right.
North Carolina to bug Santa, and maybe Santa will pop in here in a few minutes. Santa's slow. He gets his notifications like about halfway through, and
Yeah,
so
that's something I found at the bin stores. Little thank you labels. I got them like on $1 a day. They're like
yeah,
500 each. So I put those on my
yeah. These
shipping
are
label.
mine. Of course, I have to stay with the heart theme, right? Because of my
Right.
store. These are the ones I did. I get them out on eBay. I don't remember how much I paid, but
Right.
they're pretty cheap.
Yeah. Well, if I have to buy them, I'm probably not going to do it unless they're like super cheap. But when it's like they're like $1 a piece or $2, I'm gonna buy them. You know.
Yeah. You're feeling pretty good. Down 35 pounds, 15 since heart attack, back at gym doing cardio and lightweight training, eating healthier, of course, for sure. That's awesome, Joanne. I hope that I shouldn't wait that long, right? Because I have heart issues, and I shouldn't wait that long to get healthy. We are currently on a break, but from the Weight Watchers, but it's supposed to start up next week. This week, what we did was we did half Weight Watchers meals and half like regular meals to kind of get us back into it. Like, um, and on Weight Watchers, you can eat anything you want. It's just the amount, and like we like real butter. Well, you can have real butter, but it's going to cost you a lot of points. So we've just been kind of half and half.
That's all I use, real butter now. I don't even buy margarine anymore.
Yeah, I know,
That stuff is just chemicals that kill you.
I know.
And something I feel a lot of people don't do, I realize I'm learning, you can leave butter out. It's one of those deals you can actually leave out on the table. I just keep it like in a airtight glass deal, so it's always
Mm.
soft. But I learned that. Somebody said, "Oh yeah, you can leave that out." You want to use it in the X amount of time, but like you said, I leave it out all the time.
Well, when I am on Weight Watchers, I use that spray. I can't believe it's not butter.
All right. Let's see, go out here and relist this item.
I can't believe I've been on 30 minutes already. Time is really going fast. Um, Chuck says, if I can ever get my freaking mouse over there. That's fantastic, Joanne. I have had a valve replaced in November, and I'm slowly starting to work out. Oh wow, that's probably what I have to do, Chuck, eventually, because I have a leaky valve. Did you have a leaky valve? Is that why they replaced it? When I went to Oz last year and went up that mountain a couple of times, I could really feel it. Boy, it felt like I couldn't breathe. Why is my mouse not working? I've been doing the fasting thing and walking more. It's 105 today, skipping and walking today. I don't blame you. I did the fasting thing when I did keto, and it never did anything for me. I I really thought it was going to help me, and I didn't lose any more weight fasting, and all I ended up doing was getting headaches. I plowed through the headaches for a couple of weeks, and then I just kind of gave up. I'm like, I'm not seeing any difference. And I stopped keto not just because, like, that's not what she wants to do. She wants to do Weight Watchers, but also because I don't feel like it's the normal way to eat. Like, I really feel like we were meant to eat fruit. We were meant to drink milk. We were meant, and I was depriving my body of something that I wanted, and I feel like I was meant to eat it. And I'm not really a fruit person, but I missed a banana once in a while, or a grape, and I couldn't have it, and I just couldn't understand. Like, I just don't think for me, it wasn't the right choice. And I don't like the Weight Watchers, but it is working when we're doing it. Rehab help. Why is it going away? Rehab helped me a lot. It gave me the confidence to get back in there. So he's going to reply. I had an aneurysm removed, and it was so close to the valve that they had to replace it. It wasn't leaky. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what they do for a leaky valve. He just told me I just need to kind of watch it. It wasn't a major thing, but I was not able to finish the stress test, and that was scary when I couldn't finish the stress test. I was like, this is crazy.
About the threadmill test.
Do what?
Talking about the threadmill test. We get on the threadmill.
Yeah, yeah, I couldn't finish it,
Well, I did it once.
and it was the first time I'd ever taken one. So it was about 5 years ago, and I'm 62, and we have heart disease on my mother's side, and I kind of suspected it was going to happen. Guys, I've been picking up basic white and yellow. I don't pick up very many white things, but I've been picking up basic items for my store, and surprisingly, they've been selling solid colors. I used to only pick up patterns, but the solid colors are starting to really sell, and I guess I should have carried them all along. Um, People need those items, right? One of my tips that I'm going to talk about Monday night is that when I photograph, I make sure I don't have any makeup on because I'm really bad about touching my face, and I need to watch that right now while I'm doing this one because I do have foundation on. Even the slightest amount of foundation on your hand or eyeshadow or anything will transfer on your clothes, and then you've got to go through the whole process of spot treatment. And so that's my new rule: no makeup when I'm photographing. All right. Rehab helped Chuck too. Stress test was brutal for me. I don't think the treadmill liked it either. Why? I'm sorry, guys. I cannot get my mouse over there. I must be running out of batteries or something on my mouse. Yeah, something that I thought was going to be so easy ended up being so difficult. I really thought Oz was going to be difficult, but it was not because the path was three. The Yellow Brick Road is 3/4 of a mile long, but it inclines very gradually and declines very gradually for the most part. There's only one part that was a little steep, and that was like about 25 steps. And what killed me was Britmore House. Oh my God, Biltmore House was awful. The stairs. I will never do that to her again. It was so. Barry and I were both in so much pain the next day. Just like no more. And my parents went on that when they were like in their 70s. I just can't imagine. All right, let's see. So I mentioned in somebody's chat the other day, I think it was that last week, whenever I would pull up a draft, eBay would open my draft in the middle of the listing. Did y'all have that happen last week? It was so irritating. You have to scroll all the way to the top. Well, as of yesterday, it is not doing that anymore. I'm so glad that somebody called in. Hopefully, they had a whole bunch of people call in and say, this is ridiculous. It was a little thing, but it was holding me back. It's funny how the little things irritate you.
Yeah, no, I don't have that. Normally, we never kept carbs because they're so expensive.
Down,
Yeah. Not really. Just going to have to call around, find some old shops. You said 2002? Yeah, can you talk about find some
I'm going to mute you for a second.
Around.
I'm going to mute him for a second because he's on the phone. I don't think he realizes that we can hear his phone call. Y'all let me know if he starts moving his lips so I know to unmute him, unless he can do that from maybe he can do that from his side after. I don't know if he can or not after I mute him. But all right. See the chat moving. I'll be back there in just a second. Okay, I'm unmuting him. Unmuted you. Oh, now I muted him.
For me, so.
There we go.
I muted me when I picked it up. Thank you for unmuting me.
Are you showing property, Rita? Are you showing units today? Has anybody flown this year? I'm curious if the airfare has gone up this year. I've got to make flight reservations this week, and I'm nervous about the prices.
Yeah, the last time I was on an airplane was 2013.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and actually I was going to Europe, going to Germany.
I bet that cost a pretty penny.
Uh, Maybe $1,100 or $1,300. Just guessing. I was over there like maybe 4 days, 4 or 5 days.
Well, I sent my daughters to Disney a couple of months ago, and it was almost $1,000 round trip for
Right.
both of them together. I was shocked. I was absolutely shocked.
Yeah, flying's expensive. Cause man, whenever I went to the Nashville meetup, I was going to. I said, look, because it's about 8 hours. Look it up. Maybe I can get a quick flight. If I lived in New Orleans, it'd be nice. But for me to drive over there and pay rent, not, parking, all that's not worth it. But it was still expensive.
Yeah, I have to do Uber to the airport and back, and that's expensive.
Right.
Um,
Well, luckily, my Baton Rouge airport, I can hear jets take off every once in a while if it's clear. It's only about less than 10 minutes away, the airport for me from work right now.
People dropping in and out to pay their rent. Oh yeah, today is the 6th, right? So their rent is past due. Do they all have to pay on the same day, Rita, or they have each pay up to different days? They all have to pay on the 1st. We got a thing yesterday saying that it may be 3 months before they come and pick up all of our dead trees from the storm. It looks terrible. I'm gonna have to take a video tomorrow on my way to work, show you guys what my neighborhood looks like. It looks like it's crazy. And I can't. I like to walk my dogs on the sidewalk because it's safer, and plus there's grass on both sides for them to sniff at and everything. I can't do that right now because there's trees on the sidewalks.
What do you got to worry about when you get storms? All that debris on the side of the road is getting flats. I know when it flooded here back in 2016, I mean, like a third of Baton Rouge was underwater. I mean, out behind my building, this building here, it was about that far from getting into the building. And luckily, it never did. Now, out front, it was about 15 feet away, but the street out there had 2 foot of water.
And I'm also worried about rats too, because we already have rats here,
Right.
and I'm worried about it. Getting more rats. Got enough trouble with the rats I have, or trying to get rid of them. It's weird because we lived on the other end of our street for 2 years and we never saw one rat. And down on this end of the street, can't stand them. We got a possum and 6 babies living under our shed, and we have 2 raccoons in our backyard.
Actually, possums are pretty nice to really have because they eat all the fleas and ticks.
Yeah.
And all that. And they don't carry rabies. So if they did bite you by mistake, you don't get rabies.
That's a little wives' tale.
That's real, from what I understand, like snakes and all that. But I got a rabies shot before, and they're not fun.
Oh gosh.
Why'd you have to do that? I got bit by a pit bull behind the building.
Oh man.
Got a nice little hole in my leg still.
That is like having a when the pit bull bites down, it just compresses everything in your leg or your arm. I hear that's terribly, terribly painful when you have a dog like that bite
And the
you.
deal is, oh man, I got lucky. I don't know if you don't understand about rabies shots. I had four little holes. I had two big holes and two small holes from this teeth mark. I had 3 to 4 shots for every hole. That's how they do it. So if you get a dog that puts 20 holes in you, you're going to get about 60 shots.
Oh,
And you're talking about painful too, because it's almost like them putting syrup into you. You know, it's
did
real
they do it
thick.
in your stomach?
What? No, they do it around the bite holes. So I had 4
Uh,
bite holes in my leg, and each bite hole got 3 to 4 shots. You know, and it's the most painful shot I ever got in my life.
we were always told they did them in your stomach, but maybe
Yeah,
that was.
you know, that was
No.
way back in the day. You know,
Oh, okay. When I
but
was younger, like,
right. And you got X amount of time too. 'Cause I went to the doctor and all that, and the
yeah.
dog got away. Because as long as they have the dog, you know, and they get it tested and all that, they say, yeah, you're good. You know, you don't need to get rabies shots. But there was no dog. When I went to my doctor, he said, "Oh, you don't need to worry about that." But the problem is, there's no dog. And then let me make a call real quick. He said, "Go get you. You need to go to the hospital tonight. And you go through the emergency. You don't do regular in visits for that." So I had like 3 regular shots in the arm. Then I had the actual, you know, shots into the bite mark. Hey,
Can we?
Harry,
Hey,
you
Harry,
made it.
you want to come on, Harry?
Find any good typewriters or Coleman lanterns?
It was so good to see you on Scott's show the other night, Harry.
Yeah, I need to find some stuff before I go in there because usually I don't have many garage sales like I used to.
I have to comp this robe. I tried to comp it the other night and I was not having any luck. And now I have to do it today. I'm putting it off. I mean, I'm getting things like $120 something. And I know that this is not worth that much money. It's something that I don't know what's going on. Nobody puts a picture of the frickin' tag. That's what's got me messed up. I don't know. I don't know if you've seen this, Rita and Joanne. It's called Marisol. I cannot find this. I'm gonna have to probably skip this one and come back later. Can't find anything on it. I don't know. Nothing's coming up. Tags don't look the same. never saw that brand. Thank you for the invite. I do appreciate if you guys. Let's see. Let me go back. I would, but I'm on my way home. I'm trying to get to this one. I have to clock out
Yeah, I think he's at
and
work.
drive. Typewriters. Yes, haven't picked up a Coleman yet this season. Maybe Saturday if I'm lucky. If you guys are home when I get to my car, I'll listen to you on the way home. Thank you for the invite. I do appreciate and never saw that brand. Yeah. I don't understand why it's so hard to find this stupid brand. I just, you don't want to put anything too cheap on it if it's worth something, but if nobody else has it, then I don't know what you're supposed to do. I think it's vintage, but that doesn't help me. Well, I'm just going to put a price on it. I don't know. If I'm the only one on the internet that has it, they'll probably pay it, maybe. I don't know. Boy, my internet is slow. You think we're going to have a big hurricane this year, Glenn?
I hope not, but they're not talking good about how many storms are going to hit, and
Uh-huh.
like they're talking about this being a bad season. I
That's
hope,
what I'm
I
worried
hope they're,
about.
I hope they, I hope they're wrong.
Yeah.
I got to go test my, get all my butane stuff, make sure it works, my grills, and all that.
Do you
Cause
have a generator?
yeah, I got a small, well, kind of a big one. I got it actually here at work. I need to bring it home.
We got our Generac installed the day before the electricity came back on.
I thought
But
about that, but it's like
at
almost
least
what
we don't have to
10 or
worry about
15
it
grand.
next time.
How much was it? I mean, I know they're like 10 to 15 grand to get one installed, isn't it?
Um, they're between 10 and 12 here,
Right,
depending on the size. We got the largest size. It runs two houses
right,
because her sister lives behind us and has
right,
medical issues as well. And so we wanted to be able to run both houses if we need to.
right.
And
Yeah,
and actually the biggest one was only $600 more than the smallest one. So we're just
right,
like, it was a no-brainer,
right.
you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting one if you know you're going to have power out for like at least a week or more. But
Yeah.
sometime
Well, my parents are 85, and when they got theirs last year, it's already gone off twice, and so even if the power's out for 8 hours,
right.
that's good for them in this heat. They
Yeah.
don't need to be
Well,
sitting.
especially in the heat. Yeah, like I mean, especially like last year, whenever it was like 100 degrees for like 25 days plus here in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, and he doesn't need to be out there lugging a portable generator around. He just doesn't at 85. I mean, he was doing it, and going out there and putting everything, the fuel in and everything. I mean, he didn't need to be doing that. And I can't lift a generator. He was going to let me borrow his generator, and
Oh
I'm
yeah, you
like,
got
well, I
mine's so
can't
big.
lift that
I got
big
a little
of a
Honda one. It's about the size of like an igloo, and that's still like heavy. But like I got a big one that's on wheels. That
Yeah,
which would
that's
probably
what
run it.
his is.
A lot of run probably a couple fans, at least run the refrigerator, and all that.
Yeah.
But it's loud, and when you crank it up, the whole neighborhood knows you got a generator.
You think that's loud? You ought to hear a Generac. I was shocked. I was
Well,
so
it's like
angry
quiet.
when it first went on. I was like, this is not going to be good. Our neighbors are going
But
to kill us. It sounds like a train in our backyard. Um,
No, Honda, I got to
we
feel
are
like I saw.
we are going to be getting a muffler for it.
Right.
They make mufflers, but
Oh,
we
your
were not
Generac.
told that.
You talking about your Generac's loud?
Oh my God, it's horrible. Way
Normally
louder than
they're
a
supposed to be
portable.
quiet.
No,
They're
we
not.
thought so too. I thought it was going to sound like an air conditioner.
Right.
No, he had to take me to the other side of the house just to talk to me. It was so loud. Um, we laid awake all night that night, worried that our neighbors were going to just, you know, kill us. So they do make a muffler for it, but they never mentioned that. They never told us, hey, this is going to be loud. My dad, he lives on a half acre of land. There's lots of space between him and his neighbors, and he's hard of hearing, so it doesn't bother him at all. He never
Yeah.
mentioned it to me that it was loud. I said, Dad, this thing is loud. He goes, well, yeah, it is kind of loud. And then I'm like, this is not going to work. Um, I was shocked.
Give me a second. I want to show you something that we did to a generator while I was camping.
Okay. I'm going to be getting off here in a little while, folks, because I am going to go lie down and rest my eyes. Even if I don't go to sleep, if I can just rest my eyes for 30 minutes, I find that helpful. Did I not save this? I mean, where is it? Shoot.
Whenever we were camping, there's like five
Uh-huh.
of us. You see this? This is a
Yeah.
muffler off a bike. We put this on the generator to keep it quiet during the
Yeah.
night. Which it actually helped. Because you figure,
That's pretty much what it looks like, I think. I've seen pictures of it. Yeah.
yeah,
They also have something that you can put on the inside of the lid that's supposed to
right,
help it. But I don't think that's where the sound is coming from. I think the sound that we're hearing that's so bad is from the exhaust.
exhaust.
And it's pointed straight at our house. And our bedroom has 4 French doors back there. And so they're not like, it's not like having just one window. It's 4 French doors. They're coming straight towards it, and I
And
couldn't sleep. I had to go in the front room to sleep. I was like, and the French doors were shaking. They were literally. I put my hand on them, and they were shaking. And it's good. It's a good 30 feet, 40 feet away from our house, and it was still shaking. That's how loud it. And he goes, well, the decibels. He told us the decibels. The decibels are, what do you call it?
DBs or whatever.
Regulation or whatever. And I'm like, well, that's fine, but that decimal, I can't deal with it.
Don't they hook it up next to your gas meter? Is that how yours is?
It's hooked up to the gas meter, yeah, but it's
Right,
not near the gas meter.
right.
They dug a trench. We were trying to put it over. We have pull equipment back where the gas meter is because of our pull pump, our pull heater, and it wouldn't fit. There wasn't going to be enough space between that and the pull equipment and the fence, and
Right.
so he couldn't. That was our first choice, just so we didn't have to look at it. And for resale value, we thought it would be
Right.
better, but it didn't work. But that was our first choice. So it's up against the fence
Right.
of our neighbors, unfortunately.
Yeah. If I get it done, it's gonna be in the backyard. Because like I said, basically, how on most sides of the houses you got your AC and all your gas meters. But whenever they redid my fence, I had to move the fence in front of the AC. I mean, people were going in and stealing the copper off the AC units. That back in the day. So I
Right.
put the units like 3 feet in front of the AC unit. Whenever they redid my fence, but I'll probably do that. If I get a generator or something like that, say, hey, it needs to be here because I'm gonna put a fence, so I don't want somebody stealing it during the night. You know,
Well, it's just so weird because we're just going to be getting cleaned up from this storm when hurricane season starts.
right?
If they're talking 3 months,
Yeah, to November, basically.
our neighborhood has never even looked this bad after a hurricane. It was the worst. It was bad. I never.
That was what tornadoes y'all had or high winds,
Yeah, tornadoes and a derecho straight winds.
right?
They clocked them between 80 and 100 miles an hour in our neighborhood, and it I've never seen anything like it after a hurricane even.
We had a couple, like a storm, I guess, a couple of weeks ago, bad in my neighborhood, and a couple of limbs fell in people's houses, like clipping the corners of their houses and all that. And they got giant tarps and all that on them. Luckily we didn't have no damage.
Get some rest, Beth. Bye, everyone. Gotta go eat my lunch. Bye, Rita. Yeah, I'm gonna get off here too and go get some rest. Let me see what Joanne says here. If I can ever get my computer to cooperate. Man, this thing is slow. I just got my prescription readers and they are good, but takes a toll on the eyes. Man, where are you going? Like, my screen is all weird. Takes a toll on my eyes till I get used to them. Said it would take a bit.
Well, I'm going to take off, Beth. Thank you for letting me come in and show and all that. I got to get back
It was good to see you, Glenn.
Back to my work.
I will be on again on Sunday night probably for my shipping live stream, and then Monday night will be my show with Maggie. I hope that y'all have a wonderful rest of your week, and paddle on. We're all in this business boat together. Bye, everyone.
Okay. Bye, everybody. Thank you.